Hey guys, this is Logan with Hydra572. Now, as I talked about in our July channel update, I went out and purchased an OUYA, and for the many of you that don't know what an OUYA is, it's a gaming console. It was crowdfunded on a site called Kickstarter, and it's basically designed around the principle of not screwing over your customers, the way that most of the systems that we've seen released in the last month or so, that being the Xbox One and the PS4, are designed pretty much in the other direction. Now, I haven't really talked about video gaming on this channel before. I may have alluded to that I enjoyed it, but most of our focus has been on knives and guns and all that sort of stuff. So I guess the question is, why are we choosing right now to make a video about gaming? Why haven't we made videos on gaming before? And really the answer as to why gaming hasn't had a bigger presence on our channel before is that at the time I started the channel, I didn't want to put a couple $100 into a setup to record the video games off the TV, and I didn't know if I was going to have this $60 every now and then to pick up a game on launch day and then play it really fast. I didn't know if I was going to have that time, and I just didn't know if I would be able to make it as a video game reviewer. Now, since then, I haven't been putting as much money into AAA gaming. I haven't bought a new game for my Xbox since Assassin's Creed 3, and even then I was kind of disappointed in that game. But I still think that gaming can be really valuable. I mean, some of my earliest memories are gaming with my older brother, with my cousins in Mount Vernon, Illinois. I have all these wonderful memories of gaming, and really I feel like gaming taught me a whole lot of what's made me the person that I am today, even some of the stuff that bleeds over in my YouTube channel. I think gaming teaches a sense of agency, a sense of control over the things that are going on in your life. I think older, more frustrating video games definitely taught a sense of persistence and keeping going until the goal was completed. I think it teaches natural problem solving, especially, like I said, older, more frustrating games taught you to consider all of the available possibilities before giving up. All of these really valuable things, even possibly the sense of responsibility for your own self-defense. I think all of these concepts can come from gaming. I think gaming is a really powerful medium. It's really our only interactive media right now. It's the only medium where it's expected that you will take a part in creating and experiencing the story. It allows so much more expression than all of these other medium. And as a result, when I was playing games as a little kid, it felt like this wonderful experience. I haven't really been getting that sense from the AAA industry lately, and from the new console generation. I remember last console generation we had a Wii and a PS3 and an Xbox 360, and every time that we got a console it seemed new and exciting, and I was excited to see the new games that were going to be available on the console and new IPs and exclusive properties, and I'm just not getting that from this new generation, the PS4 and the Xbox One. This focus seems to be much more on screwing the customers and taking away privacies and other things that used to be just taken as read that you would receive when you bought a new console, and gaming sort of seems to have taken a back seat, and even the games that are being announced seem kind of retreads of old themes, and a lot of those really awesome qualities that I talked about, the things that they can impart to younger kids and even reinforce in adults, don't really seem to be present anymore. And that's why I think the OUYA is so important. The games that it has available seem to be limited by the hardware, and they take on some of the more qualities of those older games because they're forced to. And because they're designed by new developers, the OUYA comes with the software that you need to develop for the OUYA, so anyone who has interesting ideas for a game can go ahead and make it. Anyone who's already made their game available on iOS or on Android can port their game over to the OUYA easily. Anyone who wants to release for the OUYA can, so it's got those interesting voices that we used to see at the launches of console generations. It's got new and exciting stuff, the ability to sideload applications, using old controllers from other systems, and maybe it does take a little bit more teching and work on your computer with a Dropbox account or something like that to get all the functionality that you would like out of your OUYA. But it's a very cheap system. I think it'll be more available to more kids the way that the older systems were, and I think that's just a really exciting thing. I think the OUYA is a positive step forward, and that's why I felt compelled to make a video about it at this point in time when I hadn't been making videos about gaming before. I just feel like it's important and it's under-publicized. Not a whole lot of people know that a group of people got together on Kickstarter and really tried to do something positive for the industry and positive for the consumers, and I feel like people need to know about that, if they care about gaming or even if they don't. I feel like people have a responsibility and a right to know when somebody does something difficult for the sake of the consumer, for the sake of an industry that has meant so much to me in the past, and has meant so much to most of the people that I know. I don't know. I just feel like it's an important thing, enough so that I traded in an old iPod of mine. I bought the OUYA, and it'll be here in a couple of days. I'll do an unboxing. I may make some videos about games, all sorts of stuff like that. I'm going to try to publicize for them, because most of my friends, even my gaming friends, when I started talking about buying the OUYA, didn't know what it was. So I feel like it needs to be publicized. Like I said, somebody's trying to do the right thing, and it's important that we don't let their voice be drowned out among the other voices talking about the consoles that frankly aren't doing enough for the consumer to make me happy. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that if you're interested in gaming. Even if not, try to take a little interest in it. You know, it's cheap enough that you can get in and get your feet wet and see what you think. And if you don't like it, I'm sure you'll be able to resell it on eBay and get most of your investment back. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more of the same.